Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Rake Your Position. I know Aaron usually leads this bad boy off and says from the comfort of our chairs, but every time my chair is not that comfy, so I'm not going to say that. So you got two of the four usual returning hosts here, but I got dubbed the almighty host. So to kick it off, I am Jay Lee, the host.
Doesn't have a very good ring, really.
No, not really.
Mostly because we love our rover so much. But I'm standing, and I'm Joe the groundskeeper. For our viewers, I want to move my mic out of the way so you can see that I still have the "I'm an idiot" sign back there.
Yep, it's still there. Don't worry.
Never
Never going away.
That'll be on full display as we do our thing tonight. Jay Lee, what are we doing tonight?
It is the, believe it or not, I believe second annual Rake Your Position Fantasy Baseball Draft.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. I'm going to tell you right now at the gate, I got pick 11, so that sucks. But you know what they say about picking in last place?
There ain't no bad last place picks.
Nope, they say you usually finish last. So so here in a minute, we're going to bring in some of the other GMs that we've talked to. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, we're live. We're live. Corey's back. He's slightly frozen.
Am I?
Little chunky.
Little choppy, like the Braves.
That's okay. Corey.
Am I back? Am I ever here?
Is this a hologram?
Was I ever
Yeah.
gone?
Can you touch your face?
Yes, you were gone because we needed stats sometimes, and you were not there, and us three trying to figure it out is never good. Corey, what's up? What's
I bet
new?
you guys
Aren't you
powered
about
through.
to have a baby?
I'm personally not about to have a baby. My wife is.
Oh, well, I misread that text.
Yeah, I know. It's science isn't quite there yet, but I've heard some things. Not related to that, but I have heard other things just in my day-to-day life.
Nope, just that. That's the only thing you research nowadays.
Yeah, it's just my Google search is just like, how can men have babies?
Oh, Rakers, it's been a minute for Corey. Like I said, he's had some life stuff happening, but we are always happy to have it says absent man, but in my heart, he'll always be the stat man. So, Corey, before we add the other GMs, what pick you got tonight?
I'm sitting at 6.
Okay. Who you thinking?
Not
I'm last,
my
so it doesn't matter to me.
favorite. I mean, I think
Second to
Mitchell
last, too.
Boggs at 6, probably a pretty safe bet.
I would take that.
Rick Ankiel, I know I'm anticipating he probably doesn't even make it there.
Gone. First pick.
Yeah, I bet. I don't know. I mean, Joe,
We got
are you 2? Who's 2?
my brother's
That's Josh.
And
Okay, so while nobody else is here that picks before me, Mookie with the shortstop eligibility, I feel like is pretty nice. But
yeah, remember, hey, we got another GM that just joined. We want to let in Meyer Mania, or are we waiting right till 8?
I would go ahead and let people.
Yeah, might as well let him in.
Just 'cause-
Let's see who we got. We can introduce some
agree.
folks. Well, maybe. Did you let him in?
I am a real American. Fight for the rights of every man. I am a
Never mind
real
the draft pod. Let's just
American.
do a musical.
Fight for what's right. Fight for your life. We have Sean Meyer Mania Myers joining us.
What's up, everybody?
What up?
Hey, Sean.
Sean, I have a question before we dive into this. How often do you listen to this podcast?
Well, when you guys were doing it every week, I tried to listen as much as I could.
Perfect. I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I said a lot of terrible things about the White Sox on the last one. So I just want to get ahead of that.
It's par for the course.
Hey, you got
He's also
Joe,
said terrible things about the White Sox.
we got here? Who is this guy that just joined us?
Oh wow, this is the county market legend.
County Market? Me too, man. I
I
worked there.
know.
A couple generations before, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. Um, this is the White Sox fan and the Cardinals fan,
Yep.
and one of the best. What do you call that? Your man cave, or
Dude, yeah. I mean,
what do
so
you
much
label
going
that
on.
as?
Yeah. Man attic.
Man attic, yeah, one of the best man attics around. Um,
He's
what
got a
pick?
sign back there. What's that sign say?
I think is that the WrestleMania sign?
Oh, no, the one over your other shoulder right
Oh,
next to you.
oh,
Yeah,
that's
give a shout out there.
Ishbia by the White Sox.
I love
Expl
it. I love it. I love it.
explain that for our listeners.
Well, we've got the Ishbia family uh, is in the running for possibly buying the White Sox from Jerry Reinsdorf. So it's a rumor, but we need it all the
Anything's
help we
better.
can get these days.
Heck yeah.
And then I've
Buy
got
him.
represented by my 3 or 4 Hall of Famers here. We've got Mr. Harold Baines, Hutch Fisk, Tony LaRussa, and so they're all here.
Heck yeah.
That's awesome. That's so cool. Well, I think right now, if we all pulled our money together, we could probably buy the White Sox, honestly.
Might be
We
able
could
to
make
afford a couple of their contracts anyway.
we could make the team, that's for sure.
Well, I
Yeah,
did.
that's true.
They did sign Travis Jankowski today, so I mean,
World
look
Series or bust.
Yeah, couldn't make the Cubs with the White Sox now. So, a tale as old as time.
look out Central Division. Here we come.
Should have signed Travis Hafner.
He probably could still hit 10 homers. That's probably going to be
You
more than any other
probably could.
candidates.
Jay Lee, you need to. We're winding down here. Get us ready for this.
Oh, this bad boy. So I'm glad that you joined us this time, Sean. This is our second annual time doing this. Sean, were you in this last year
I was, but only via text. I didn't have
via
my
text?
webcam working.
What place did you end up getting?
Oh man, what was it? I didn't do too bad. I was not at the bottom.
Well, that's good. All right, so before we get this bad boy rolling, so we got 20 seconds. My goal this year is to actually try to finish and pay attention to a whole season. That's always my thing. Is I'm in it for the first 4 weeks and then I forget about it, and I think you forget 1 week in fantasy baseball, you're done for, if I'm being honest. So that's my goal this year, fellas, is to stay committed. And 3, 2, 1, we're live.
Oh.
Dun 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 dun. All right,
Um,
Oh
well.
yeah, this is real loud in my ears.
yeah, that I don't know how my mic didn't pick that up from my other computer. That was unbelievably loud. And the first two
Sh
picks are off the board. Just how we
Somebody got Otani. I'm surprised.
I actually think
uh,
I think that's the Yankee fan who went number one. So I thought maybe he would go Judge, but looks like it
I
didn't.
thought so too. So your brother got wit? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Man,
I was hoping he'd fall to 6.
I was hoping he'd fall to 11.
We got Luke
Sh
Erickson coming into the room here.
Luke, Luke,
Luke, he's gonna
Luke,
take all
Luke,
my people,
Luke.
and I'm gonna be pretty mad at him.
Yeah,
I want to get
maybe
that on record before he
see
gets in here.
what team name he is and what he's thinking, Jay Luke.
Um, Luke. Well, we all pick before him, so we can talk about the pick. So Corey, actually, you got a
Is
good chance here to not get
Is
your
it my
pick
turn?
stolen by him. No, it's
I'm
our
not
original
cons
host, Luke.
Hello.
s- So
What's up, Luke?
how's
I'm
it
not
going,
concerned
Luke?
about him
You guys
taking my
doing?
first pick. More so, I'm already mad at you, Luke. Just first off,
And you
just from
you
like
pick before him. You can't be mad
no,
at
no, I
him.
know, but I'm thinking like more rounds down the road. I think that
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
be sniped from guys that I think are gonna fall, and then they get cherry picked away from me.
Uh,
So that's kind of the mindset I'm going into this already. You're at the top of my list.
Holy smokes, I
Um,
just realized we have 30 seconds to pick. Corey, you're on the
Yeah,
clock.
yeah,
which is
yeah, no, I
not good
know.
for you, Joe, because you take 30 seconds just to decide what button to click.
Boy,
Let alone the player.
Yeah. Hey, well, welcome, Luke. Welcome in. It's good to have you back, sir. We're waiting on the
I
original
gotta
host.
stick with it.
So, so I'm trying. Who'd you pick, Corey?
Mookie, I told
That's
you that before we started. That's my
That is
go-to.
true. You did say that. Um, but yeah, welcome back, Luke. Good to have you.
oh.
Sean dipped. He said, "I'm done with this."
well, I
Yeah,
I got to tell
it's
you,
probably
so
because you told him you
I just listened to the
Uh-oh.
Central prediction episode this morning,
You should be
and
happy.
it scared me. It
Oh.
scared me that all you guys picked the Cubs,
Yeah, no,
and
that's a good call.
that both you and Joe said that they're gonna win by a good margin. I was like, oh no, that's the kiss of
I
death
mean,
right
they
there.
Maybe
should,
that's
right?
what I'm
So,
hoping for. Maybe. Maybe that's my strategy. No, I mean, I think the team just looks insane, if I'm being honest. So,
yeah,
it'd be tough not to pick them for the Central. So,
I
but
will
I'm gonna
yeah,
take.
take a little time since I wasn't there. I do also think the Cubs should win by 15. I did fill out the predictions and had the Brewers winning though, so that's just kind of where I'm at.
There's not a.
Because the Brewers will somehow figure out how to win that division, and I don't know how, but that's where I'm at. If that makes you
I
feel any better, Luke?
I had texted Aaron this morning and I said Jay Lee is testing the Brewers juju because they always finish at least 2 spots higher than you think they will,
I
if not
will.
three.
I will
So
always be that guy to test that. I cannot stand Milwaukee. Oh gosh, I'm live. Uh,
Oh,
do you
bold
want
pick there,
Gunner?
Joe.
I literally don't like the guy and think he's terrible.
but you picked him because of the 30 seconds you got scared. That's what happened.
100%. I hate this. This should be at least 30 minutes per pick.
Oh my gosh. No, it should not.
I
Ooh,
I love the back-to-back picks. Oh my
I
gosh.
know.
Yeah,
Now I got to
I
figure out.
I
I'm kind
do
of
in
jealous.
fantasy football. Baseball, I'm like,
Baseball, it's more clear cut who is number one, two, three, four, I think.
I'm going to do something unorthodox here. I'm going to, if it
I
lets
love
Cheat
it.
me,
it.
come on. Why is it not?
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
nothing worse than technical difficulties.
It's not letting me pick.
Oh no.
Disable. What the heck? What?
Uh,
Oh, yeah. I need to get on my computer because it did not let me pick on my phone. Did it take Lindor and Henderson?
It did, yes.
That's what I was gonna do.
That
So
is
Oh,
certainly
sick.
unorthodox.
Well, then I'll just take
Uh,
this guy too, man. Thanks for all this stuff, guys. This is
I'm
fun.
back.
I'm glad that it did that because I, there's all this worry about Gunner being healthy. So if he's not, then I've still got my shortstop. And if I do, or if he is, then, you know,
Then you're
I've
just ahead of
got,
the game.
yeah, I've already got my utility lined up. So
Exactly. Sean, who'd you end up taking? I didn't see that.
Corbin Carroll.
I
Yeah,
like
pretty
that.
solid. Not even mad about that.
nice.
Oh, there's my brother texting me saying, well, I can't repeat what he said because he did not say a very nice word, but he was going to take Skeens. So sorry, Adam. I had to
He
do
could
that to you.
join
I
and
know
let
he
you
could,
know
but
to your face.
yeah. I mean, he just wants to text me, man. He doesn't want to say it to my face. He's scared.
Was that an option?
I do have, real quick, I have a message from last year's winner. He couldn't join us. It was the Knights, Cullen Cooney. He lives out in Cali. It was a short message, but I wanted to make sure our listeners heard what it was.
Can't
Um,
wait for this.
he said, so when I told him that you got fifth pick, he said, or actually, he said this in response to not being able to select his team. He said, this will hold me back enough to give you all a chance. You got to clip my wings
Mm,
to be able to have a chance to beat me. So, little smack talk from our first place winner
okay.
last year.
Hey, well deserving. He can talk that smack. You know what I'm saying? But it's pretty easy to beat a guy that, and I'm talking about myself, who forgets about fantasy baseball 2 weeks
He
after.
he also
So,
got Otani in the second round last year.
oh, well, we messed up as a league.
Yeah, no kidding. Um, hey Jay Lee,
Yeah, what's up?
I'm gonna admitting someone into the room here.
Oh, goodness. Drum roll, please. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, look who is back. The
What's
original
going
host, the
on?
the original gangster. Here, I'm gonna pass the mic to you for this host duties back.
Oh, sweet. What's going on right now? I'm trying to draft from the phone here.
Well, it looks like you took Mitchell Boggs.
Uh, I grabbed Juan Soda. I may have picked him while I was driving. That may have been
I don't think you
That's-
should say that.
That's
Dedication.
illegal. Yeah, you have to
Mhm.
forfeit.
Yeah,
the pick.
that might be illegal.
I guess they don't necessarily have any laws about not doing it. It's like the Airbud loophole, right?
Yeah.
There's no rule that says dogs can't play
What's
baseball.
going on, Sean? You were on last year. It's good to see your face.
Happy to be here.
Can you, Sean, real quick, can you run through who you have join us or your Hall of Fame wall there? I'm sure the
Give me
host
one.
would enjoy that.
Oh yeah,
do it.
we've got Harold Baines, Pudge Fisk, Mr. Tony LaRussa, and Sting.
And Sting. Yes, that's the best. I was like, this is going downhill fast. And then you got Stinger in there.
My dad, who's also a White Sox fan, would very much appreciate that entire wall.
And
The
there's a few of us out here.
This is the last year that he's shown up in face paint to Comic Cons and stuff. If you saw that announcement.
Have you seen a picture of him lately? He's got a beard about as big as yours, and he's painting it. Oh,
Yeah, he's painting
Oh
it,
my
yeah.
goodness.
And he's not even trying to dye his hair real anymore, so it's just white. Love it.
The fact he was taking bumps into his 60s is
Yeah.
impressive.
Big bumps. He was jumping off of second stories and stuff in those stadium matches. Did I
Well-
hear Big O's voice? Is Big O in here?
No, he was
Nope.
trying to join. It looks like maybe I know he's in the draft. It looks like maybe he didn't.
Gotcha.
He wasn't able to jump in the Zoom with us here.
Aaron, the only excitement you missed was Luke here was having technical difficulties on
Oh.
trying to pick, but it actually worked out to his favor because that's who he was going to take. So
Yeah.
Eric Fetty.
really,
It's fun. So I have
There
two
he
shorts.
is.
I'll trade you Soto. So I'm guessing you end up with Witt and Henderson.
Not Witt. I wish.
Yeah.
It was Lindor and Henderson.
It was the wraparound. It was
Nice.
12 and 13.
Nice.
Hey.
I saw Henderson was still there, but I didn't know how long he'd be hurt, so I grabbed Soto. I freaked out.
Luke, the back-to-back picks are nice, but that wait time to the third pick
Oh
is
yeah,
crazy.
the wait is excruciating.
what's up, Josh?
How we doing, guys?
Is
Big O's falling over.
You're vertical on our screen.
He's been
Yeah.
drinking before he got on Zoom here.
I haven't got you on my phone, unfortunately, today.
It's all good. Welcome. Thank you for joining.
No, who took
Absolutely.
him? Blue Steel took Contreras. That's my next pick. Eyeing him.
I think I'm gonna do something pretty cool here after Joe gets done picking.
I'm still doing it for my phone. I didn't get back in time to get it set up on computer. I can't remember email and password and all that. So
This guy's got to be
we're doing it on here.
in the AL Cy Young consideration. Who did I pick?
Michael Walker.
Yeah. Yeah, any KC pitcher repeating what they did last year.
Jared, I think
Cool.
maybe the first step
word.
to you paying more
I'm
attention
gonna-
maybe to change your team name to something that wasn't appointed to you when you joined the league.
Nope.
I'm gonna get in solidarity here.
Nope. I can't yet, Corey, because we are scary. And this is even more scary pick, but when he comes back,
Don't do it.
Do it.
Don't do
Garrett Cole.
Don't do it.
just like
No,
Garrett
I don't-
Cole.
Yeah,
Did you take Acuna? Did you take
he
him?
did. Yes.
Maybe I did.
I can't
It's
see it on my
basically
phone
right
where
in
you took
line.
it. I can't find it on my phone how to look at who you guys picked.
I actually took two
there
Braves.
it
I'm
is.
actually really upset with myself.
Trade you Soto for Acuna and somebody.
I
Give
took
me
the Braves.
Soto and $20.
All right, deal.
This is probably the worst team I've ever drafted. I'm taking players that I know aren't even good.
Well, that's a smart strategy. See if
Right.
it pans out. I
Speaking of
think
which,
speaking of strategy, Josh, didn't you last year come with a strategy, and how did that pan out for you? I feel like you took some risky picks last year, if I remember.
Didn't pan out well. I mean, I took one of my picks had never played above double A ball and spent most of their time playing triple A ball. However, I believe
Don't
they
say
are
it.
they are the best hitter in spring training this year, which is very sad to say.
So you're gonna take him again?
I'm going to avoid every single Cardinal.
dude, the sleeper first base pick is Contreras, man.
I was looking at some stats earlier today. So For spring training, the Cardinals are 30th in batting average after today, 203. That's 20 points worse than the team in 29th place. That's
Okay.
over 100 points worse than the team in Chicago. They are 27th in on-base percentage, 30th in slugging, and 29th in OPS. So that bodes pretty well, I think, for the coming season.
Because they're still
So,
playing Arenado.
so you really mean to say we can only go up?
What I mean to say is that I am as pessimistic for the season as my brother is.
Oof, that is not good.
Whoa, Josh, you all right, man?
Yeah,
Need to
we
call
can
somebody?
we can talk after this if you need to.
It's I have a bad feeling that they might only be looking down at Chicago White Sox.
And
Hey,
that's a
Oh,
maybe.
wow.
Yeah,
Oof.
Second
we
worst
got
team in the
nowhere to go
league.
but up.
I really think what's going to happen is that anybody that exceeds or meets expectations is going to be traded.
Nah, they'll screw it up.
As they should.
Yeah,
No,
They'll
I'm
say, hey,
saying
we're trading this guy, guaranteed, and then they'll get stuck with him.
they're still
Nah.
going to trade. They're just not going to get anything good in return.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
We'll also still have all 11 of those rings, by the way.
It
Yeah.
don't matter.
All 11 can't even fit them on all my fingers.
We've both seen 2 in our life. Keep talking.
Hey, did you see the building of the Hoover Dam? No, but I bet you like it quite a bit, don't you?
I don't care about it one bit.
Really? You don't like your electricity? Okay.
I don't
I'm
think his
nowhere near-
electricity comes from the
I-
Hoover Dam.
See, that was your joke. You delayed. You didn't have it at the beginning of the pod. You waited.
had nothing.
I like that.
I missed my pick. I'm looking right at it. Why did auto pick for me? Who'd I take?
Are you on an auto pick?
No, I've been picking. I got Ozuna. Are you kidding me?
Hey,
Hey, dude, you're a big fan. You always talk about good about him.
I mean, you don't draft a DH 5th round.
I did.
I'm sick. I picked every pick and I'm looking right at it. I don't know why I did auto pick.
Aaron, were you here when I gave Cullen's statement? Or was that right
Oh
before?
no, I missed it.
I just realized I just saw the hat you have on too, but
I just switched to bring solidarity here with Sean.
Cullen was unable to join. He's doing something with school, but he said since he got first last year that would at least give everybody else a chance. Have a
Appreciate it, Cooney.
and not
Nice
be
of you.
I see
The
a couple.
fact that he is a school educator still blows my mind.
Makes me happy.
Yeah. He like runs a school now.
Oh, he's in charge. That's
Yeah,
even
but-
worse.
Double G's. Is it a Catholic school? Private school?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good for him, man. Good dude.
And I'll be
Apparently
Always
not
entertaining.
that good of a dude.
Oh, he's a good dude. I just don't know that I'd have him babysit.
I don't
my
want you to
kids.
teach my kids, but you're a good
Yeah.
dude.
He's a good dude.
Like, stay away from my kids.
Well, he
We all
lives in
know somebody
California.
like that. Corey, would you want Joe watching your kids?
Why do you
Yeah,
laugh?
that's a good point.
Okay, wait. Aaron, would you let me watch your kids? The answer
Yes,
is
I would.
somebody's
That's great.
Uncle
I'm gonna have to
Joe.
make sure there's no sporting events occurring at the same time that he's supposed to be watching my children.
Mainly
Hey,
just Bills games.
Speaking of watching each other's kids, Uncle Jojo, are you ready to watch another one come October?
I guess I
Are
am.
you kidding me?
I
You
think
dropping
we just
this on
got-
Rake Your Position?
On the Rake Your Position.
We
I just
just
got
got
it.
an
Hey,
announcement.
first
Wow.
baby announcement. Nice.
Man, that's pretty
Jared
cool.
and Corey didn't even do that for us.
I didn't?
Gosh.
I guess I didn't, did I?
You told us beforehand, not live on air.
Well, I wanted
Congratulations,
Josh.
Big
I wanted
O.
Josh to have that moment. Look at that. See?
This is
Did
like
you tell? Okay, I'm
number
assuming
12?
you told our parents already.
Yeah, Natalie's about the only person that doesn't know right now.
we can
Within
send
the
this to
family.
her in 2 days when I get it uploaded.
Yeah, make her listen to the episode.
Make it short.
The
I don't
whole
think I told you
episode.
guys. I think you found out from my wife on Facebook. I just don't think I told you guys at all.
Yeah. I mean,
Yep. So they're
I think
good.
that tracks.
that checks. So for anybody's listening, the four of us that do this podcast pretty frequently, you'd think we'd be pretty close, right? We have to pry a lot of stuff out of Corey.
I mean, I don't tell anybody anything.
That's true.
No, we know.
It's not you guys, it's me.
We know. We know that too.
We know. We're not arguing.
Okay, good.
Oh man. Well, I think to kill some time and not to I don't want to Sean, I know you're about to pick here, but I think everybody's kind of talked on this pod that's in here why they love baseball. So I'd like to kind of hear from you as to what makes you love baseball. Not the fact that you're a White Sox fan. We've covered that.
Hey, it's all pain. Well,
It's at
2005
least a
was good.
feeling.
be honest, I had Frank Thomas's Big Hurt Baseball for the Super Nintendo,
Yeah.
and that's what really got me started on it. So that's kind of what made me a White Sox fan. And then as I grew to love baseball more, then I started following the Cardinals as well. My theory's always been there's two leagues, so I have two favorite teams. So
Okay.
tonight's the White
Yeah.
Sox night.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, my thing is I didn't realize how much I loved baseball until I'd already graduated high school. So it was like Cardinals World Series '04. I really got caught up in it. And it's like, I've told Skip this a million times. If I could go back in time or Doc Brown showed up with the DeLorean, I would go back and play baseball. That's the thing that I would pick.
Okay. That's awesome. That's really cool.
I have
Maybe
a,
one day he'll show up with a DeLorean.
we're what, almost 70 episodes in, so I feel like maybe I've told this story before. Myers, have you been on the show, or is this first time FaceTime?
First time faced on.
He
Okay.
was in first audio last year's draft. We could hear him, but we couldn't see
Okay.
him.
Well, yeah, this is a cool, quick story. Me and Myers still talk about this. So I don't know how old we were, man, but we somehow actually, I think maybe we watched Alien vs. Predator, maybe, and we ended up at the Quincy batting cages, and like we're in our 20s, like I'm still playing or just recently got done playing. Myers never played, and we're like, yeah, let's jump in these batting cages. We went like on the fastest one. I couldn't touch nothing. I swing and whiff, swing and whiff, swing and whiff.
Not surprised.
Oh, Myers gets in there, the old lefty beast, and is just like ripping everything that comes at him.
Yeah.
I was so
I had that
It was
Bernie
mind-blowing.
Williams swing.
yeah,
Okay.
it was
I love
great.
that. That's a cool story. That's hilarious. But I think you've said frequently on this pod, Joe, that that's surprising because you said that Trout models his swing after you.
Yeah.
What's surprising?
Well, you didn't hit anything.
Well, off machines, no, off people, money.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Hey, I'm just asking questions.
Plus, I won best defensive player on our team senior year, so Gold Glove, middle infielder. Just say middle infielder. We don't need to know exactly which one.
Joe, I've been holding a secret now for 20 years. I guess it's about time.
Oh no.
You know,
Oh, no.
there was only 4 seniors on our team. And of course, Pudge had a broken finger. And we felt bad that you didn't have an award to win. So one day when you left practice early, like you left the locker room and I got everybody together, be like, hey, I really feel bad. Joe's bad at baseball. So let's give him some award. Which award do you want to give him, guys? And they picked a defensive award. So there you go.
Well, I was unaware that you were a player manager at the time and were able to make those decisions. My goodness.
High
I'm up.
influence in the clubhouse there.
Do we need to go in and take some wins away from Coach Schultz? Is that going to knock him out of the Hall of Fame?
I think so.
It was Coach Schultz's idea.
I doubt that.
Well, worse than that. I mean, at least he got like defensive player of the year. I mean, I just received the Socky Pride Award. You know,
Oh, he
that's
got
just-
that junior year.
See, perfect. You know, that's just
Hey,
handed to someone.
hey,
that
I
they're like,
deserve-
hey, you need something.
That Saki Pride Award created a show, so
That's right.
Highly
Hey,
successful.
I got it senior year of basketball from Coach Elledge, so mine might be worth more.
that's true.
Oh gosh, that's great. My best Myers memory is I think my junior year, your sophomore year, we were in the same PE class, and just Sean draining threes from downtown. And I'd never seen him play b-ball before, but his lefty jumper, man, goes in every time. Tore us up.
That's my gimmick. Left-handed Reggie arch.
Big smooth.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh man.
Sean, there's only one memory that between you and I, but it's a good one, going to see El Monstero for the very first time, and I've now seen them 6 times.
Oh man, I've only seen him twice, but yeah, the first time when that Zeppelin tribute band opened for him too, that was pretty
That
sweet.
was a good show. Joseph and I this year stood on the rail right up against the stage. It was amazing.
Yeah, my cousin was down there the same night you guys were. I still haven't seen him at the pageant. I need to do that.
Good. I think I might be assembling the worst fantasy team of all time.
I know my team's not good. I just
I
realized.
picked Christian Yelich, so
What is this, 2016?
I
Who's
surprisingly.
Blue Steel again? Is that Adam? Adam's Blue Steel?
Yeah.
Need a
I
catcher. Who's
surprised-
got a catcher for trade?
Oh, I picked the sleeper dog, Wilson Contreras. He's got catcher and DH availability.
I know.
right now.
I was watching him. I saw he disappeared.
I
First
feel
base
really,
soon, too.
I feel really good about my team. So maybe I'll stick around the whole year and watch it.
Hey, we all thought Danimals was going to run away with it, and they end up like slightly better than me. And I was at the bottom.
my problem last year was I didn't pick enough players that could play more than one position. So I felt like every game, like half my roster was ineligible.
I'm about to draft this guy. I need a catcher.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm going to be stuck with Tom Pagnozzi as a catcher or something, man.
Hey, we met him a couple of years ago, and he was still in decent shape.
That's true. That's true. Got a autograph there. Tell about that conversation. The question you asked him at the end. That was a good time.
Yeah. First of all, for all the listeners out there, I know we have those Joe Rogan numbers. Like,
Oh, Joe Rogan, we've
Loosely.
we've surpassed him, man.
Loosely.
well, anybody that gets a chance to go to the museum at at Busch Stadium for the St. Louis Cardinals, it is really cool, and it's only like $10 or $12 to get in. And when me and Joe were there, Tom Pagnozzi was there signing autographs for people, so we got to look at the museum and check everything out, and then we waited in line to meet Pags. And I always try to think of a question to ask those players, something that maybe they don't get asked, by the other 50 people in line. So Jake Peavy, not to hold on a second.
Make that pick.
Oh,
Yeah, no, you got to make the pick. The story can pause for sure.
Unbelievable.
Peavy's a good dude.
Unbelievable.
That's for you and Luke, Corey, right there.
He was my next pick after PCA.
Pete Crow. Jeez. So me and some friends met Jake Peavy in Pittsfield years ago. I think it was one of those things that Coach Schultz put on. And I asked him, because he'd just been traded to the White Sox the summer before. And I said, what's the difference between pitching at Petco, which is like the pitcher's paradise, and then going to the South Side and pitching at US Cellular Field, which is like a home run beast stadium. And he said, I got to keep the effing ball down. so I was like, okay, so what am I going to ask Pagnozzi? And I asked him, I said, who was the preferred manager you had on the Cardinals, since he was with the Cardinals his whole career, Whitey or La Russa? And he said, La Russa was a great manager, but he was going with the White Rat. He said Herzog taught him so much more about baseball than any other manager he had. So I thought that was
pretty cool.
So, Whitey, if you want to come on the pod, go ahead and make some time.
He's
Yeah,
still alive?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
All right.
I was like, what?
R.I.P. Whitey. We miss you.
Although I did get to meet him before he died.
He seemed like a straight shooter. Pretty cool.
He was. He was what, 93 when I met him, or 94, and I asked him if he'd done any fishing because I knew he was a big outdoorsman, and he was complaining because he only got to go 3 times that year. And I said, "Well, if I can go fishing one time when I'm 94 years old, if I'm still alive," and, and he's still out there doing it.
I got
Ooh.
a dynamite crossover with that story that Pike County guys are going to appreciate. Shark was supposed to do a youth rally with Whitey down in Granite City, and it was a youth lock-in at a overnight retreat, and we were the worship band. And Whitey's like daughter, somebody got sick, and so he couldn't come, but he videotaped his sermon and sent it in. So we were like, a day later he would have been there, but can't argue with him choosing his family over that.
That's
So I
crazy. Still kind of cool.
never got a chance to meet him after that.
I did get a chance to meet Mike Shannon when he was in town one fall while I was working at a farm and home. And he went through the checkout line, and this high school girl, of course, that had no idea who he was like, "Man, that guy has a great voice." I'm like, yeah, he's just been the voice
Yeah.
of the Cardinals for the last 50 years.
Can you
Well, at
do
least-
his
at least
voice,
she knew.
Josh?
Negative. Not going to try that.
Yeah, I met
I,
Roy
uh,
Oswalt once. That was real nice.
Yeah, he was a delight.
I think there's a certain number of Budweisers that's required to get that voice in peak form.
That's true. It's accurate.
I think Peavy and Oswald had similar personalities from the stories I hear when they were around here.
Oh, Peavy will talk to people. He didn't get ticked off if you stopped him.
No, PV was cool. Like,
Was he? Okay.
He just had a filthy mouth, but
Yeah.
he's a cool dude.
Yeah, and I noticed on MLB Network now he's lost a lot of his southern drawl that he had 15 years ago. Uh, after we met him at that signing that Coach Schultz put on, we ended up over at the Brickyard, and he showed up and bought like 15 Pizza Hut pizzas for everybody. And we got to talk to him a little bit more, which was pretty cool. Yeah, he was a nice guy.
Oh,
I always
yeah.
try to ask him about stuff that's not related to baseball because I knew he was there to hunt. So
Yeah.
you start asking him if he's had any luck hunting and stuff like that, they'll talk your ear off.
Yeah. I bagged his groceries once at County Market. That's my story with Jake Peavy.
That was like the same day as Oswald, wasn't it? Like the next day? Like that
Yeah.
same weekend?
It's
So
okay.
we-
We can talk smack on Oswald. We've crossed him off our name. He's not coming
Yeah,
on the
we've
pod.
already told the story, so he
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah.
He listened until that episode.
Peavy's still up in the air.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome, Jake.
Yeah, keep changing my hats here. Good luck. I don't know which hat's the best at.
I did
Any
go
of
down.
them.
I did go this evening and try to find a Charlie O'Brien signed baseball
Oh, you beat
in
me
my
to it.
in my basement, but I couldn't find it in the tote of that kind of stuff. It might actually be at my parents' house.
You beat me to it. I was just about to tell Joe, like, we can't talk about Pike County MLB players without name dropping Charlie O'Brien.
We talked about
Sure.
him a couple weeks ago. I bought this box of cards, Myers, and we were just pulling cards out of it. First 5, I did trivia and pulled out Charlie O'Brien, Blue Jays.
Oh, I was going to ask if was he with the Mets or the Blue Jays at that point? Because
Yeah,
he
it was the
played for
Blue
about
Jays.
every team.
Yeah, I have my Roger Clemens signed ball that I got that same night down in Nebo, and I do remember Roger Clemens never looked up the entire
No.
time he
Yeah.
was signing.
I could see that.
Didn't he get arrested down here once?
He got
Like,
in
I remember
trouble that year.
He
yeah.
got in trouble, yeah. Never wanted
Got
to come
ticketed.
back. Yeah.
That
We are in.
Yeah,
oh,
we're
shoot,
talking about the
on the
draft.
pick. We're in the 11th round here out of 26 rounds, 30 seconds per pick. But I like these stories. Jay Lee, didn't you sell a pair of shoes to somebody? Or
I mean, the
That's
coolest
something.
experience I've ever had is I met El Hombre, the Machine. I worked at a shoe store at Plaza Frontenac in St. Louis, and
that's Albert Pujols for our listeners.
yeah, future Hall of Famer,
manager next year, I think.
yeah, future manager of the Cardinals. The probably the coolest experience is that was the first time I've ever been like starstruck. He walked in with a family. I think he was there for one of his charity events, but he was with a family, and they were looking for shoes for this kid.
Shoes in the
And
Walmart aisle.
can't stand you. Um, that was good.
Kmart.
But yeah, so this towering figure is just watching me talk with this family, and I mean, I turn and it's just this mammoth of a guy, just big, and I'm just turning. I go, oh my god, this is Albert Pujols. Um, and I just couldn't even speak at that point. I lost my train of thought. Didn't even care what the shoes the family was buying anymore. But yeah, very very cool, very awesome. Just super nice guy. So yeah, that's my Albert Pujols story. So
Awesome.
oh man, what to do here? I feel like this is a good pick.
It would be nice to have
Ooh.
a few more seconds.
I like
here.
it.
Man, I just
Oh, would it, Corey? Would it, Corey?
Just trying to back Joe up because he looks very focused over there.
well,
I've never seen Joe stressed like this, and I've seen him
I
stressed, but not
just
like this.
I just talked this guy up last pod, so maybe it's a little bit of a reach, but I don't think so. I've always liked him.
You had not one nice thing to say about him on the last podcast.
No. Here's what happens. You all
And when you say you all, don't throw Corey in because he wasn't there.
Yeah.
That's
Also,
true.
I don't think you can say you all to Jared because I think that's offensive.
True. Thank you, Corey. I'm glad Corey's here.
He's just as Pike County as the rest of us.
Anyway, y'all ascribe, I don't know if that's the right word, like legendary status to so many players that it takes me reining
I
that
don't
back
think
in.
any of us said legendary.
I think the word, what was it?
Huge
I
pickup.
said
Amazing
pickup for the Royals.
Huge pickup. I mean, that's a huge pickup is
Clearly not legendary.
signing Juan Soto. I've liked Jonathan India as a Red.
Okay.
He never
let's
took off.
let's
but
discuss this as
he's
the
been
other
solid.
GMs are here. A huge pickup for the Royals is not going to be Juan Soto because they're not going to spend that money. A huge pickup for the Royals is going to be someone like Jonathan India, who you put in front of your best player to get on base so you can drive him in. No?
Who raises your on base percentage, your leadoff spot 75 to 80 points. That's a huge pickup. If you could raise your leadoff spot 75 points from season to season,
That's an indictment.
that's a huge pickup. Say it with me.
So if I
Huge pickup.
not me, let's say I'm gonna throw my brother under the bus here a little bit. Let's say my brother goes and leads off for the Cardinals and has a .08 OBP.
So slightly
And then-
higher than Mason Wynn.
Mm-hmm.
Mason Wynn's gonna have a sophomore slump, unfortunately. And then they sign Beckham, the shortstop, whatever his name is. Tim? Well, who am I thinking of?
Wow. Yeah, he's a shortstop.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, right.
That's a
What a
throwback.
pull.
What, 2008?
Or Gordon, maybe. That's a second baseman.
Joe's got a question for himself.
And then
by
he
the
has
way,
a
here.
280 OBP. Is that a huge pickup? No, it's just what they had the year before was trash. It's so easy to win arguments.
You raise, I will take any spot raising 200 plus OBP as a huge pickup.
Looks like you're.
Oh my goodness. That was
Joe's
good,
still got a
Joe.
question for himself. There he goes.
No, there was some weird pop-up on my screen. I
Yeah,
raised
you're
your
asking a
hand.
question. you were arguing with yourself, and it was
Oh.
pretty entertaining.
well, I won. And lost.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when like shortstop there was maybe one good one. Now there was like 7 shortstops in the top 12 picks, I feel like.
Yeah, it's the era of shortstops for sure. I feel like we had that in the 90s, and then it kind of died out. It's back.
I don't even have a first baseman.
Have I picked any Astros? Because if I have, I'm just going to drop all of my people.
Trade you Juan Soto for all your Astros.
Good, I haven't. I've stuck true to myself.
Oh man, I just got lucky and had a halfway decent first baseman fall here. Is this Cajas? Is he
Cassis?
A Haas.
Oh,
Haas?
I'm sorry. I thought he was Hispanic. I'm not racist. I'll take him.
What about this Xavier Edwards for the Marlins? Is it safe to take any Marlin?
No, except for Sandy, and I got him.
Xavier Edwards says he wants to steal 60 bases this year. So if you want a base stealer, he's your guy.
That's child's play.
Okay, well then I'll take the guy everybody's talking smack on.
A Rosarina?
I had one queued.
Mason Windog.
I got like the weakest infield known to man.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but you definitely do.
Thanks, man. But if I had Gilbert, Reagans, Alcantara, and Jared Jones in my front of my line of rotation, it'd be awesome.
If only this was a real baseball team, huh?
I know. But I feel good because I stole Matt Shaw from you guys.
I mean, it's a bit of
That's
a reach, so
that's 16 years in the making, Colby.
I think we've already been through this. I think you took somebody from me, maybe even last year.
Never. It's never
Um,
over.
Okay, I'll remember
It's
that. then.
never over.
I've put a draft on your grave. Whatever top prospects coming for the Cubs. It's gonna be Matt Shaw Jr.
How's
Jr.
I never usually like to talk about this, but how's your guys' OTP coming along?
Oh yeah, I went all in on the Reds, traded everybody, won the World Series in what 2025 with the Reds. Marte has 2 MVP seasons before he turned 28, and now in his year 30 season, I am easily the worst team by a long shot with no money, no farm, and Marte has crashed and burned, and I still owe him 5 years, 200 million. So I'm doing great.
Sounds
We're not
pretty
talking
good.
about my Mets.
I'm in the Mariners in his Reds league, and that team is just like chronically middle of the road. And I have a little money to do to move around now, but in the past I've not had a lot. Um, we are in
We
year.
both
Go ahead.
we both have robust farm systems now, though.
And then we're
They're
in year
coming.
2042 in our one where he is the Mets and I am the Rockies. And I just found out, I thought I was way out of it, and then somebody posted we have 6 games left in the 2042 season, and I was 2.5 back of the wild card, which was news to me. So now I'm trying to win a few games here with 6 games left. Um, it's a long shot, but I'm
Okay.
seeing what I can do.
So
My
Luke,
Mets were.
Sean, Josh,
Oh, go ahead.
real quick. Do you guys know what the OTP is?
Oh, Luke was in it for about a week and then quit.
I was in it for like 2 days and I was like, nope, I'm out.
He's still in our Slack channel as the Rays.
Yeah.
So
but-
much.
In the bad league. Cooney is in both leagues with us now. The other Cooney's
Okay.
got recruited. So my Mets were like 7.5 games in first. Now we draft the divisions every 8 years, so I'm like in the American League West now with a bunch of other teams. But I got to draft real quick. I was 7.5 games up at the wild card or at the All-Star break, and now I'm a half game up on the last wild card. Like I have tanked the second half of the season, holding on barely. And
Man,
pretty much half my team is ex-Rockies players that I've stolen from Corey.
We just
you better
found out
just sell the
actually,
team.
there's a super nerd in the group.
There's a
Even
guy
worse
that
than
in our
me.
league that makes Corey look normal. Let's just put it
Yeah.
that way.
Whoa.
He
That's
did
tough to do.
some data wizarding, and I ended up I didn't have the actually. Let me just because uh he put together a list of like how much war is on your team currently, and then how much war is from people you drafted that are playing for other teams. Um, and
And we're
so the
near what?
Rock.
2040? 2441? I mean,
So
like,
I
we're
have
like way out there.
So I have 42 roughly war on my team, and then players I have drafted that are playing for other people is about probably right around 50. So there's technically a better team of players I've drafted playing for other people than there are on my own team. Um, so that's pretty good.
Well,
We
I mean, if there's
appreciate you.
something I know about you, you're always a giver.
That's what I'm glad that you acknowledge that because that's the standpoint that I'm also looking at this from.
Man, it's already back to me. It's getting much more quick. Oh.
However, your third best player ever for the Rockies was probably the guy you stole from me. Third baseman.
Oh, yeah. Forgot
Barrera.
his name now. Oh yeah.
Tony Barrera. Don't forget
Yeah.
his name.
Sorry, man. That was a bit of a fleece, but I think I don't know that you got me back, but you have won a few since then. I don't think we're even. Um,
That's getting closer.
yeah.
So I watched the Immaculate Grid episode earlier today, and
Yeah. I'm still mad.
Oops.
yeah. So here's what I did. You guys brought up Deion Sanders for Braves and 30 steals.
Mm-hmm.
So while I was watching it, I punched it into Baseball Reference. Okay, in 1994, he had 38 steals.
Did he? Okay.
So I just punched it into the grid to see what the percentage was. Incorrect, because he split that season between Atlanta and Cincinnati and had 19 steals for each team.
No, good. Glad we didn't go with him.
So that's kind of the grid messing with you too.
Yeah, we got to get back on our grid game. We've been struggling the last few weeks. And what I mean by that, I mean by Aaron going with a guy and just typing him in.
Dude.
We need Luke back, is what we need.
Yeah, that is true. We've struggled since Luke has never.
That
since
was
he
so
left.
bogus. So bogus.
Stinking Roger Maris.
Aaron's like, hey, guys, what about this guy? He's typing in and hits enter. And then he's like, oh, I missed it before even consulting with us.
He made $4 million that year. I wasn't entirely wrong. Don't want to talk
Wrong
Myers-
enough.
Myers, do you do the Immaculate Grid at all?
Oh yeah, yep. I haven't done it in a while, but I normally do.
Yeah.
I used to get emails every morning about it, and that's how I remembered to do it. And like they stopped sending them out.
It's a lot of fun.
I also play OOTP, but I'm a historical sim guy. So right now I'm
Gotcha.
working on a 1982 league.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Have you ever played an online league with 30 other GMs?
No, I haven't, because I spend so much time on my historical sims going through and
It does suck your life, man.
altering all the stats and making sure all the coaches are right. And yeah, it takes a little bit of time. Oh, Tyler O'Neill, we just got jacked.
Jared and Joe have turned down about 1,200
Yeah, there's no way.
invites from
More
us.
than that.
Luke tried it for 2 days and quit. So next time I'm inviting, it's going to be you, Sean.
Well, I just pulled up. I'm actually working on the 82 Twins right now. I actually got it pulled up here. So I'm going through and adjusting all the team logos, and then I'll go down the list, the whole organization, and I'll make sure all the coaches are right. Takes forever.
Oh, man. Yeah, that would take a long time.
That's how I decompress.
Got any late rounds steals anybody's been pretty happy about? Because I've got no idea who most of these people are anymore.
The one I just picked, I'm pretty happy about.
I just got Profar in the 17th round. I'm happy with that. On base, hopefully. And I took Rochester's finest, Tyler Fitzgerald. He'll have second base eligibility soon, so kids from Rochester, and give him a draft.
I think this is a steal. Joe hates this guy, but Joe hates 90% of the MLB, so I think it's safe to say that he'd hate whoever I pick.
I like it.
Ooh, Mitch
No,
Keller, good guy.
I've frequently said I like Keller.
When?
Do we need to take it back to the tape?
Can it be? Can we talk about Andrew
Hold up,
Abbott?
I'm drafting here.
Draft Abbott.
Yeah, let's go on an Andrew Abbott spiel.
I believe
pick Hunter
Joe's
Green to win,
exact
so yeah.
words about Keller were he's trash.
That's about right.
That's a quote. That's a direct quote, yeah.
Luke did text me today and said, I'm a little scared. All of you, including 2 Cardinals, pick the Cubs.
That's what he said. I'm trying to maybe do some reverse psychology here. So
Mm-hmm.
Hey, did you guys know Hunter Strickland's still in the league?
Just got signed today.
Because I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't until I saw that today.
Is that Rod's boy?
It's a dude that fought Harper.
Worst helmet throw of all time.
yeah,
That
pretty
was.
bad.
Come on, Harper. That's probably when he blew his arm out.
Yeah. Well,
Can you imagine if it connected though?
also, to be fair, how many helmet throws have there been throughout the course of history? Like 4.
He didn't even hit the mound though.
Well,
Let alone the player.
it still is the worst, but
I think he threw forward and the helmet went
Mm-hmm.
that way.
That's a good sleeper. Walker Bueller in the 18th round. Thanks, fellas.
How it felt about
Yeah, but your team's trash anyway, so I'm not worried about it.
You like my bullpen, Jared?
I haven't clicked on your team. Run through it for me.
luck.
Who you got?
Good luck finding it. All right, just a second. Let me read my bullpen.
I like mine a whole lot.
I usually go bullpen heavy, but I didn't really do that here.
I just
What
Edwin got Edwin Diaz, Andres Munoz, Tanner Scott, Kenley Jansen. Man.
I
Good luck,
still haven't
guys.
I still haven't drafted one.
Yikes.
I'm gonna go for the hold.
I just put it on auto pick, and it is now picked. Well, it didn't pick a 6th starting pitcher in a row, but it gave me 5 starting pitchers in a row, and then gave me Dansby Swanson.
Hey,
If
if it
you want to
goes
go for
by
the
amount of money made,
if you want to go for the holds, you should draft the 2024
Another
Chicago Bears
sleeper.
offensive line.
Dude, nice.
Thanks.
hey, they're making moves.
Yeah, I'll believe
Cooney got
when they
Paul
perform.
Goldschmidt. Poor guy.
I was
Here we go. Steal of the draft. Calvin
Mm.
Foucher.
Gonna go 10 for 10 in saves.
Yep, that's all I need. I also don't know who that is.
I'm taking Eric Fetty because he's going to do good, and then the Cardinals are going to trade him.
beautiful.
Strong strategy.
Yeah,
Foucher's
it's a
supposed to
big, great
close for
move.
the Marlins, but you got to have save opportunities first.
Well, Sandy pitches every 5th day until he gets hurt.
That's true.
So maybe 10 starts, 10 saves. It's just like you said.
Sandy would look so good in a Braves uniform. Let's just all agree on that.
You know what uniform he'd look good in is a Cardinals uniform. I wonder if he's ever worn one before.
Too
Okay,
soon.
okay,
Too soon.
okay.
Too soon.
Him and Zach Gallen.
Yeah.
Okay. What's going
Imagine
on
having them
here?
right now. Team would be lucky to have both those guys in their system.
Ooh.
Same with Reindeer Rosarena and Garcia Adolis.
You guys have got Wilson Contreras though,
Those
so
guys
that's
are both trash, by the way.
Cooney, did you see my shirt?
what's
Nice.
the bottom say? US what?
U.S.
Cellular
Cellular Field, July 25th,
Nice.
2016. I was at the game that Chris Sale cut up all the jerseys.
Nice.
Traded.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad he's brave.
Oh, me and Derek Halpin or Halpo. Shout out to Halpo. I told him to watch this when it gets posted.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, we were at that game together, and we were walking around the stadium, and it started whispering amongst the fans, which there was only like 500 there anyway. But no, there was a few more than that night. It was a pretty good night, but we started hearing like, why is Matt Albers starting? It's supposed to be Sale tonight. And then more and more details slowly leaked out as we walked around the concourse. And before you knew it, he was slicing and dicing all the jerseys that he didn't want to wear that day. So yeah.
That's funny. Yeah,
I
we
was
got to
at
go there.
when I was a kid, I was at the game that Albert Bell had a cork bat, and they like confiscated it, and then they had like this kid like go through the scaffolding to the umpire's room and like go down and take it, and they got caught like, I don't know, a couple days later, but
That's awesome.
The Albert Bell cork bat game.
Sean was Halpo at Burley's perfect game? Why am I thinking that?
Yes, he was, as a matter of fact. Yep. And I should have been there too. He wanted me to go, but I'd rather go to Dot and work that night. I wish I could take that one back.
Oh man. Oh man. That's a heck of a thing to see, a perfect game, man. My brother and I saw, I think you were there. We saw a 10-inning shutout.
Oh, that was Mark Mulder, right?
From Super Beast Mark Mulder against, I think, Roger Clemens.
Yeah, Roger Clemens started for the Astros that day.
I don't know if we're going to see any more 10-inning shutouts, huh?
I was so happy the Cardinals got Mulder, and then he just went south so quiet. So
I dropped
fast.
my phone and closed out.
You
Nope.
got Nolan Gorman.
Got him in. Who'd I get? Grant Holmes.
I can't hear anybody.
That was
We
a
can hear
terrible
you.
pick.
Just keep talking then, so it just
Hey, you
doesn't
guys want to
follow
get?
any of the
Sure,
conversation
sure.
going on.
You guys want to get rid of the host and get a different one?
Well, we kind of did. I thought I did pretty well to start us off. So
Good.
thanks. I got the
Yeah.
voice. Some say I'm like a young Mike Shannon.
I was going with
Maybe,
more
yeah.
like Carlos Santana.
Oh, yeah.
With Kat Von D sprinkled in.
Okay. All right.
Thank you for the compliment, Joe.
Can't hear anybody. This is driving me crazy.
All right, I'm gonna. I
This
can
is
get-
really good. Whenever you tell
guys mouth
people
at me?
that you're talking to that you can't hear them, and
Or
then
he's smiling. So
then you're then you're just continuing to talk, and it doesn't make any sense. There you go. Perfect.
Are you back?
No, but he's muted now, which is better than whatever was happening.
Yeah, I did that.
Okay, thank you.
You muted him. Nice. Hmm.
I still don't have a first baseman, guys, but I could play first base in the majors probably.
I've seen you throw. As long as you don't have to do that, you're good.
Exactly, it's a perfect spot for me.
Well, perfect chaos.
I told Cody I was gonna take all the Dodgers, and I only took one, so I definitely messed up with that strategy.
Oh, man, this was my pick for Rookie of the Year last year, I think, which he did not win. And somebody takes him? I hate you.
You're welcome.
Nice lights. That's
Thanks.
Said rookie of the
You're
year, and
welcome.
I was looking for Rowan Garner.
You mean Runamucker?
Fantastic movie. Fantastic movie.
Brulenverter.
second best baseball movie, according to
Yep.
the experts.
According to voted upon experts.
They kicked me out of the draft. I don't know if I got who I wanted there.
I don't think you've went yet.
It's telling me there's no first baseman left. Is that for real?
Do you have what you? I mean, you probably
All
only are able
positions.
allowed to draft pitchers or something now. Do you have enough?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Okay. So you haven't drafted pitchers basically up until this point is what it's telling you.
Why? So it's auto drafting for me. Is that for real?
It's probably
should be able
thinking
to
that it
draft
can pick a
pitchers.
better team for you.
Well, that's
Yeah.
true, but I guess it's we got Skynet taking over already. I can't even pick my team.
It's a Grok AI.
You're gonna have big old electric ball show up behind me with a naked Arnold Schwarzenegger in it.
He'd have a high slugging percentage.
Give me your bat, your gloves, and your hat now. Well, listeners, we're in round 23 of 26. I hope you've made it with us so far. Aaron, are you wanting unmuted here?
He can't hear us, I don't think so.
Oh.
So
Can you hear us, Aaron?
he shows up late. Can't even
Hey,
do
Aaron,
his
can you
job.
hear us? Aaron,
Technical difficulties.
thanks. This is embarrassing.
I don't like any of those guys. Is
Jer-
there anybody good here?
What's up?
Oh, gosh.
There he is.
Yoo-hoo. Aaron.
I hear you guys now.
You did it.
What?
You did it. Congratulations.
Oh, I did it.
What happened
Don't
while
mute
you
me.
were away?
Um, my headset died. My other one wouldn't pick up, so that was fun. But I drafted Acuna. That was a good steal. Getting Acuna in the 20th round.
I love how this has John
Took
King.
another Met.
Can't believe it.
John King, one of the worst relief pitchers in the game, as the Cardinals' best relief pitcher projected. That's Unbelievable.
Lefty specialist.
Yeah, special at giving up bombs.
Oh, and this is what separates winning from not winning, fellas. This pick right here.
Well,
Well, Brian Bellows hurt. Well, who'd you pick? Who'd you pick,
Buxton.
Jared? I didn't see it.
Buxton.
Oh, nice.
Before the draft wraps up here, you guys all right if we play a quick war game? I give you a player so you can get closest, like you guys
Oh
used to do when
yeah,
the pod
I'm
started.
Yeah,
all
let's
for
do
this. I'm
So
all
I-
for this.
When you guys started the pod and this was like the first game, I did a little bit of research, a little bit of digging, trying to find some of those unique guys out there. So this particular player, before I mention his name, had 3 separate stints with the St. Louis Cardinals.
86.
We're all going to know this player. Joseph, I may have already told you this. Played for the Cardinals on 3 separate stints, played for the Cubs, played for a variety of other teams in the 90s, early 2000s. John Mabry. What is the war?
Ooh.
What is the war
Or
for
John Mabry.
Mabry?
We got to write this down because Jared will or Joe will just Price is Right us. We realized.
I'm going
Um,
1.
I don't want to give you any clues.
Sean said 7.1. So you said
I wrote down 8.1.
What? Give me time to think, people.
You got 30 seconds.
Hey, a quick Mabry story. We were talking about baseball players in Nebo. He was at one of the shows I went to down there that had Isringhausen and Woody Williams and Mabry, and he was late because he just got like an 11-point buck that night. So he was late to the autograph party.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'll go 11.4.
I got 4.3.
I'll go 13.4. I'll go high.
Everybody done?
No, I haven't went. I got -1.
Joseph is the closest. He is -2.3 WAR.
His defense
He's
was so
He's a
bad.
batting coach.
Oh, the dude could hit, but
You know, in his early days, though, when he was just playing first baseman, like he wasn't that bad. But as soon as they got Big Mac and they started shuffling around, it was like no bueno.
he'd look like Chris Duncan in the outfield.
His best year was 1.8.
That's amazing.
Man,
And he
Good pull.
played in the majors for 14 years.
It's amazing.
negative. That's embarrassing.
That's the dream, man. Just good enough to make it onto a roster for 14 or 15.
But is he? Is he good enough?
How long would he
Cardinals
last
is come
now?
Somebody
on,
thought
man.
he was.
Hey, we've said it a million times. You hit, you
Nope.
play.
He
Nobody
didn't hit
cares.
enough to play.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say there's no such
There
thing as a bad
was-
1-year deal.
Let's see if anybody can remember a random Cardinals game that 99.9% chance they didn't watch because only 3 of us here are Cardinal fans. Well, 4 of us. Circa 2004,
Got it.
5. The Cardinals are down to the Reds like 7, 8, 9 runs in the 9th inning. The elite closer of Danny Graves, whatever his name was, he was atrocious. Somehow he got a lot of saves, and the Cardinals score. The Cardinals come back and win in the 9th inning with a game-winning hit by John Mabry.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody remember that game at all?
I don't
Vividly.
remember it,
Thanks, Corey.
but I don't remember it. But do you remember what Danny Graves' nickname was?
The gravestone.
Grave digger.
The Midnight Rider.
Take you to the grave.
Bob,
No.
you're on the clock,
Inigo
Sean.
Montoya.
I think you should change your focus here.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were looking up Danny Graves' nickname
no,
over there.
no,
Yeah, obviously.
That's at the top of his mind all the
no.
time.
When you got a head full of useless information like me, you don't have to look it up. He was the baby-faced assassin.
Nice.
Really? Huh. He should have went with gravestone. No, one of the games that always comes to my mind, I think it's the game that Nick Punto hit that walk-off hit, and they just ripped his jersey off.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That was against the Braves, right?
I don't remember. The last one I remember, I remember the walk-off Poo Dog hit off of Kimbrel. Capul's first stint. I don't remember the Punto walk-off. Remember Brian Barton got a walk-off, I think, when we were there. Or some big hits. I don't know if they walk-offs or not.
Does anybody remember he was on the Angels and he had a walk-off and he ran around the bases and jumped on home plate and like broke his leg?
Kendrys Morales. We talked
Yeah,
about that a couple weeks
Morales,
ago.
that's right.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Oopsie.
well, fellas, that's it. Another draft in the books.
I like it. Hey, do you guys want to stick around, do an Immaculate Grid episode with us?
Sure.
Yeah, we could use the help.
Yeah.
I'm
All
in.
right. Well, let's sign off this then. Jared, take it away. You're the host.
Well, thanks everybody for joining. And this was another episode of Rake
Look at how fast
I think that's the title of this pod. My team sucks.